Hi, we're here with Colleen Girard in Kettering, Ohio, and of course we're here to look at a Buschurs beautiful three-season design room that we've recently completed. Colleen, you have absolutely taken this room to a whole new level, and we are honored to be in your presence today, and we'd like for you to share with us a little bit about how this project got started and how well things have come along so far.
Well, I think the seed got planted like 3 years ago.
Okay.
When we stopped out at the home show out at Hare Arena.
Okay.
The Buschurs, and we actually didn't plan to stop by there, but we did.
Well, we're awfully glad you did.
And at that time, we weren't planning to do anything because we were still paying college tuition, so we decided to wait for a while. And of course, Buschurs kept calling us like every 3 or 4 months for the last 2 years. Sometimes I wouldn't even answer the phone when I saw that name on it. But we were either going to finish our basement or add a room.
Okay.
And we were out sitting on the patio this early spring. The mosquitoes were already starting to get out. And not only that, but I have allergies, and that pollen in the spring just kills my allergies.
I can imagine, yeah.
And so then we decided that we should do a room, and my husband goes, we're not getting any younger, we should do this now while we can still enjoy it. So,
Your husband has some good thinking.
So that's why we started it, and we gave you a call, and that's how the project got started.
Fantastic. Well, we're very, very honored to be part of this project. And as we get a little further along through this video, you're going to see what an incredible woman this lady actually is, and how she has truly transformed this home into an absolute work of art. Why don't we start off with, Colleen, the ordering process. Tell me a little bit about that. Was that pretty easy for you? Did I make things easy?
Yeah, that was no problem. Basically, you came out, did the measurements, helped us figure out where to attach it to the house, which
Perfect.
We have these windows here, so it was challenging.
Correct.
We had only a few inches basically on either side to deal with.
Right.
So we actually ended up with a little bigger room than we originally planned, but I'm really happy that it turned out that way.
Good, good.
So then we did that, and then Harold came out to do the measurements.
Okay.
And do the plan there.
So that would be our engineer following back up and making sure that we're going to do things along the Kettering's city ordinances and things of that nature. And how did that process work out for you? Real good?
It went fine. We did have a little glitch where we had to do a zoning variance, which caused us a 2-week delay, but all in all, it wasn't bad.
Excellent. Right.
So,
sometimes those things are out of everybody's control. You know how the city is, and we can understand that. So then eventually we got to the building process, and as obviously we can see, we've done well in here, but tell me a little bit about how you enjoyed my great quality craftsmen. Were they kind, courteous, and clean up every day?
They did an excellent job. Excellent job. Mark and Danny, the first day there was someone else here, but I don't know who it was. I didn't talk to him. I was working that day, but you could tell by watching them that they've done this a lot. They knew what they were doing.
Excellent.
I was very impressed with the work, and especially the caulking everywhere. It's so neat and nice.
Great.
And I talked to Danny, and actually it was to Mark, and he said he'd been doing this for almost 20 years, and it shows.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing.
Right.
Did a really good job.
Well, quality always shows, and obviously we can see that again here today. So we got through the building process, and as obviously, again, as we look at this incredible design, it is magnificent. But then the real story, I believe, turns into your creativity. And I think it's time to brag a little bit about yourself and tell us what all you've done today.
Well, I'm good at calling people. With some help, Harold helped me find Matthew Freds to do the oak panel and the steps.
Okay.
And those were really, really nice. And I picked out the tile myself, did the tile after watching about 1 million YouTube videos.
I can only imagine.
Took a class at the tile shop, although I found that I'd learned more on YouTube than I did at the class. Did the tile, that took me about 10 days to do. It was a lot harder work than I expected.
Well, it looks
It's
like
like,
you've
you
done
know,
a fabulous job.
I'm not 35 anymore, my body was complaining royally. Tile is heavy.
I can imagine.
But it turned out nice, and then once I got that done, I decided that I should put molding down around the bottom because I thought it would look nicer. And of course, I had to do stained glass for the transoms.
Which clearly shows the high class involvement in your expertise. No question, those look professionally done. You did an amazing, amazing job on those. Can't tell you how impressed I am with those.
Thanks.
They really, really make a difference in your room, and I'm sure all your friends and neighbors have brought that up to you as well.
Yeah.
I can imagine. I can only imagine.
And as I mentioned before, I decided to use clear glass so that I could look up and see the trees and the sky when the shades are down.
Okay.
Still get a nice view out there.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, again, we cannot thank you enough for allowing us the time in here today to view this beautiful room. And I guess my big question would be, would you recommend us to your friends and family?
Oh, definitely.
Great. We're definitely glad to hear that. Can you think of anything that we could do in the future to be of any kind of service again?
Possibly. We need a window.
Perfect.
Just one, though.
We will be definitely happy to assist with that. But in the long short of the story, as you can see, once again, we've got another completely satisfied Buschurs customer. Hit us up on YouTube, our website, buschurs.com, and let us show you how we can transform your home into another beautiful transformation. And thanks again.